Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to anybody that's new to the chat. My name is Tania. I am the host of Voices of Her podcast, also a motivational speaker, self taught makeup artist who love recreating. I love all things beauty, lifestyle, makeup. Yeah, y'all know the vibes. If you are new here, welcome to the platform. Make sure you smash that subscribe button to see me go live Monday through Thursday, potentially Fridays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. unless things change, okay? And to the Orange Heart family, shout out to y'all. Okay, I missed this schedule. I actually missed this schedule. I'm not gonna lie. I was doing this schedule before the kids got out for the summer, and I low key missed it. So we gonna run it back. Okay, so you guys won't see me no more in the evenings or the weekends. But I appreciate you guys. We do have long form videos dropping every Saturday. Okay, every Saturday. So make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of that, all right? But right now, we about to recreate a look. I'm going to show you what the look is so you have an idea. And you guys know I always got to start with the brows first, because if I don't start with the brows first, what am I doing? I can't do anything else until I do my brows. All right, so let's pull up the picture that I want to recreate. Let's see. Okay, so this is orange. You already know I love orange. Okay, but we're gonna put a little bit of spice on here. Orange is my favorite color, if you don't know, which is why my community is named Orange Heart Gang. So I appreciate it. Hi, Angela. Welcome to the chat, love. I like these hours because, you know, the kids are in school. I'm able to focus, answer y'all questions. Thank you, Angela. I also turned off my super stickers and super chat, y'all, because what they be taking out for YouTube is insane. It's insane. I'm going to revisit it again before the end of the year, maybe. We'll see. But right now, if you want to support my makeup journey, the link is in the bio. I do have a wish list of things that you can purchase, and it's delivered straight to my door. Also, what else I wanted to tell you guys? There's a Cash App in there if you want to donate. There's no pressure. That's totally up to you. It's in the link. If you want to buy me a coffee, that's also in the link too. But I turned off super stickers, all that stuff. Okay? Because, child, I looked at what they be deducting, and I ain't like that. I ain't like that. You know, sometimes you got to find some stuff out for yourself. So, yeah. So wonderful. Thank you, Angela. Welcome, love. How are you? Please make sure you guys like the stream. I appreciate it. Okay? Make sure you like the stream. Thank you. For the recap gang, hi. Leave a comment. Let me know if you like this look. I was going to go with Storm. I was gonna go with Storm, but then I was just like, nah, I'm gonna wait until September. Okay. So that picture that you guys seeing right now will be changed once I'm done. Like the stream. Yes, hit the thumbs up on the stream. I appreciate it. My brows actually look good today. Thank you. Where you from, girl? It is currently 9:42. I will be off the stream exactly at 2 p.m. And then you can catch me right back tomorrow. Thank you. I really miss going live during this time. I'm not gonna lie. And now that the kids are back in school, I definitely can. Let's see. If you like motivating content, check out the podcast. Season 3 will be popping off next year. Shout out to Germany. Next year, I haven't decided what date yet. Because the girl be doing a million things, y'all. Like, for real. I don't even know, like, what date I want to start back. But as soon as I know, y'all would know. One thing you have to learn, like, with social media, sometimes It's going to be days when you get a little discouraged. It's going to be days where you're super motivated. It's going to be days when you need to take a break. And that's okay. That's absolutely okay. Yesterday was one of those days. Yesterday was a day I was discouraged. I'm like, I need to just get off. The energy is not there. And it was just a series of things that, period, follow your dreams, period. It was just a series of things that I'm like, okay, I got to get it together. I need to be well rested. I need to be motivated so I can motivate y'all. I can't say I'm a motivational speaker if I'm not motivating myself first. Okay. So shout out to all my good friends, the people who uplift and support. I appreciate y'all, and my mama, of course. That's first and foremost. But today, I feel good today. It was bittersweet seeing my son go to school today because it's his first day. But other than that, follow yourself. Period. Period. Shout out to Germany. What time is it in Germany? I'm just listening to my podcast episodes in the back because it's giving me more of an idea what I want to talk about in the next season. All right, kind of like this. One day at a time. Okay, Angela, you in here spitting. Definitely one day at a time. You can't beat yourself up. You go at your own pace and do things that you would do, not what anybody else would do. Okay? Do what you would do. I already tried doing other things that other people were doing. I tried all of that. It was like, girl, get it together. Okay, so I had to go and kind of just like look at like the times I went live. When did I really enjoy it? Like at night, it was fun during the summer. We did do night streams and it was so fun. And I love my community, my family. Shout out to the Orange Heart Gang, the Wave Crew. But I like during the day, y'all. So that's what we're doing now. We're gonna adjust back to the schedule. For those who never been in here, we talk about all types of stuff. Empathetic healer Starseed. What you talking about? What you talking about, Angela? All right. I feel so good today, y'all. It's beautiful outside where I live. And that leaves more room for me to like do my walking in the evenings too. And do the mommy thing. You already know. Do the mommy thing. I met a lot of people on this platform who are such kind people. And that's what I love the most about being on YouTube is that people from all over the world, I'm looking for a certain brush and I can't find it. People from all over the world will find your streams and stuff and come in and vibe with you. And then next thing you know, you end up being closer to them than people that you know your whole life. And I love that here. This is the only platform that I feel is can be very authentic. You run across authentic people based on what you're talking about and build serious friendships. Yes, you definitely have to believe in yourself for sure. And it's so crazy. I was about to like start editing the day 3 of the walk-in series, and in the middle of me listening to like edit out certain stuff and all that, because y'all know I'm a yapper. Um, I gave my own self some advice. I said something in a video that I needed to hear. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. I was like, what? Like, I'm talking to myself. Okay. So I'm gonna do that video, but I'm gonna add some other stuff to it so you guys can see it. All right, this one can motivate other people for sure. I ain't gonna lie, I miss Pootie. I miss hearing him in the background ask me stuff. I missed it. But I'm happy he get to be around other kids. Um, and he started becoming into himself more with building friendships and stuff. I'm happy about that part. But I ain't gonna lie, it was bittersweet. I had to hurry up and keep it moving because I didn't want him to like start realizing like, okay, she's not coming with me to the classroom and I won't see her, you know. That's my dog. You already know. My daughter, my dog too, but like my son is like, because he was here with me, I already know my daughter is cool. She older. She done adjusted already. My son, this is the first time like he's like gonna be separated from me for like 8 hours or so. So I get used to it. I get used to it. It's just usually when I'm live. Usually when I'm live, he be in here asking a million questions and talking to me about other stuff. So it was definitely bittersweet. That's like the sign to know like your kids is growing up for real. But when I pick him up, he'll be telling me all about his day. I can't believe in October it's going to be a year. No, it's going to be over a year. It's going to be 2 years. What am I talking about? I started learning how to do makeup October 2023. When I got tired of paying for somebody to do my makeup just for like 2 hours. Now I could do my makeup how long I want to, and take it off when I want and don't have to work. You know what I mean? But going to an event and paying almost $300 for someone to do your makeup and then have to take it off in 2 hours is crazy work. That's crazy. That's just crazy. Unless you just don't care and you just need it for that particular day for that, you know. But if you're a person that go to events and stuff all the time, you just got to start learning how to do things for yourself. Now, it's a difference if you want to treat yourself. It's a difference if you want to treat yourself and you don't feel like doing all that. I get it. But if you're a person that just like, okay, if I'm going somewhere all the time and I want my makeup done when I go somewhere and I got to constantly find somebody to do my makeup, and you got to respect their prices because they probably do a really good job. I will hope so. But I just wanted to start learning. It started with SFX first, though. I was definitely getting into like doing like characters and stuff like that. And I found like I like doing it. I like doing it a lot. So I started on a different platform doing that. And then from there, it just started branching out to like regular makeup, everyday looks, and stuff like that. And voila, here we are now, for real. Almost 2 years later. Oh my gosh. I remember when I first was doing makeup and the colors was not matching. I didn't know about color matching. I did not know about color matching. Was out here looking like a ghost. But the things that I've been working on now and learning is like the contour. One of my close friends definitely taught me about that, how to do it. But practice, practice, practice. That's all you can do if you want to get better. So I started doing that. And what's the other thing I've been working on? I'm always working on my brows, child. Always. It's just some days my brows look really good. Some days my brows look like, what are you doing? And I be fighting with them. It takes the longest. Okay. Let me see. So I'm definitely going in with concealer as a backup for the eyeshadow primer. But I'm going to try eyeshadow primer just to see. I see a lot of people doing both. So it's like, okay, it's pretty much a choice if you want to, I guess, an option. But I'm definitely going to try the eyeshadow primer because I can't say I want to learn all things makeup and all that, and I haven't tried different products. I started out with going to the dollar stores and buying products and stuff from there to freaking going to Ulta for the first time. Yep, I went to Ulta for the first time this year, actually. And went in there and wanted to spend all my money. And then I went to Sephora last year. When I went to Sephora, child, I left out of Sephora. I definitely left out of Sephora so fast because I wasn't paying $39, $42 for a makeup brush. I refuse. I just wanted to know what was the difference between a brush that's $39 and $42 versus a brush that I get out the dollar store for $1.25. I want to know what's the difference. Okay? And the bristles that I have, in the brush, they don't come out. They not like weird. It's still soft. The brushes are soft. I got some brushes from Amazon. And they do good too. They good quality too. So, but if you want to buy that, be my guest. Oh my gosh, I remember all these interviews. I remember all of them. How nervous I was, for real. I don't know why I was so nervous. I talk to people all the time. I don't know. I guess because it was kind of like, if I'm talking to somebody in a stream or if I know you and I come see you, it's totally different from talking to somebody that live in another state. It's totally different. But all the things I learned by doing podcasting is insane. Insane. I really thought it was just like more complicated than what it really is. It wasn't even complicated, for real. I really thought that I had to have like all the expensive stuff. I ended up selling my mic. I ended up getting rid of a laptop. I ended up, what else? I still got the boom arm. I'm going to sell that too. Because at the end of the day, all you need is like a really good mic. You don't got to go buy an expensive one. Some good lighting, of course. That's with any type of content. And find a really good program to do your interviews on. Not Instagram. Don't do it on Instagram. All right. Don't. Unless you started somewhere else, you branching off. That's the only advice I got for that. But other than that, no. Been there, done that. YouTube is like the platform for me to really grow, for real. And I know now that y'all on here and y'all used to me going live in the evenings and I just flipped it on y'all. Y'all will adjust to the schedule. I would definitely let y'all know. This is definitely like spur of the moment. I'm going live at this time today. I'm going live. Okay? But I like these hours. Like I said, I could really focus in talking to my community. Although I miss my son. I ain't gonna lie. But season 3 of Voices of Her, it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be a little different season 3. I ain't gonna give too much away, but it's gonna be a little different because I feel like with each season is like showing how I evolved as a host, how I ask questions, like who I have on the platform. It was a lot of things I had to learn. I mean, that comes with anything that you do that's new. You're gonna have to learn some things. You're gonna fall on your face. You're gonna be discouraged. You're gonna be irritated. You're gonna have your high points. You're gonna have your low points. And I feel like with YouTube, for me to kind of understand how I want my channel to go, and the certain things that I wanted on here and the messages that I'm trying to get across, I have to go hard. I feel like you got to go hard with anything you want to do. All right. It's no stopping. I told you guys when I first started streaming, it was one person in my stream. Well, it started out with 0 people in my stream. Then it went to one person. And then I remember I kept streaming every day. That's what I was streaming every single day. We ain't doing every single day this time. All right. Monday through Friday. That's it. That's all. Okay. But I was streaming every single day just to start building my community for YouTube to start positioning my content in front of the right people. So I remember when I posted my first video. Y'all. I have 50 subscribers. I posted my first video from the podcast, and I was expecting it in my mind to just, okay, I got the thumbnail, I got a title, I got a little description in here, nothing too crazy. And when I go to sleep and when I wake up, my content gonna blow up. I'm gonna be popular. Everybody gonna know, like, no. No, 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 honey. Nope. That's not how that go. That's not how that go. Okay. So after being discouraged, it was times where I was just like, I'm quitting YouTube. I'm not doing YouTube because YouTube is not what everybody be gassing it up to be. Okay. It's not what, oh, you post a video, you get thousands of views, you got your watch hours, you making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. It don't go that way. I wish it did, but it don't. And that's why I turned off my super chat and my stickers and all that, because I looked at it like this. The amount that they take out of what you get paid, the amount that they take out, okay, it is nothing compared to if I went on a platform, started from scratch, being consistent without all the guidelines and all that stuff they got, right? They don't got so much different things now to YouTube. It's not really worth it for real. Because I used to wonder why people had their Cash App links and all that in their streams. I'm like, why they have that? They're monetized. Until I got monetized. Okay? Until I got monetized. Okay, first of all, it takes time. When people say otherwise, they're lying. They're lying. They're lying. They're lying. Unless you have a community already and you just had them come over to, YouTube, no. No. You just got to go hard. It's possible to get $10,000 checks and all. You know how hard you have to go? To me, I feel like even if I made that amount of money, what they take from you is still like, I'd rather have it. If you want to support, you can hit me on the Cash App. I'd rather have it that way. And for the memberships and stuff, I think the memberships are beneficial depending on what it is that you want in your membership. Like if you got merch, or if you have like certain things that other people can't see, because that's what it is. The memberships is you're a member. You're paying monthly for something, you want to see it, right? But it's not worth it if it's not gonna be beneficial. It's not worth it. But they don't tell you that. I feel like a lot of people just be copying the same videos where they screenshot how much they made and all that. It probably don't even be their pictures and stuff for real. But with YouTube, if you really, 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 really want to be like where you make money on here, I mean that's with any platform. That's with any platform. You have to work hard. You have to work so hard. Like, but anything that's worth having, you gotta work hard for it, right? It ain't gonna come easy to you. And you gotta love what you do. If it's too much for you to push out content and put out shorts and all this stuff, although they have so many different programs and things that are helpful for your content. But if you're finding it that is too much for you, this is not for you. This is not for you. I love doing makeup, so I can talk in the room if there's no people in here, and still, I'm okay. Some people that's not okay. Some people they go live, there's nobody in the streams, and then that's it. I'm ending it. That's it. I'm not. I'm not. So I'm rebranding my channel, and I appreciate all the love and support, especially from like the men from the shorts that I had up and all that. I appreciate that. But this channel officially, like when I started it, was geared towards women. And the reason why men can come over here because you can still be motivated, inspired, uplifted, like the content, be interested in the conversation. But the women were who I was interviewing, and they were sharing their testimonies and they gravitated. They found this like a safe space for them. And I went off the trail with it. I went off the trail with it instead of staying like aligned into my purpose. My purpose. Who is my target audience? Who men don't want to see no makeup. They don't care about no makeup, child. But I still get men that come in here and vibe with me, come say hi, spend an hour, 30 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. They still come and speak. But men really ain't caring about makeup, okay? So I wanted to incorporate some other things into my channel, like motivational speaking. Men can gravitate towards that, okay? Sharing testimonies. I think that is like my main vision for my channel. Testimonies, motivational speeches, makeup, lifestyle. Those 4 things. I'm not going outside of that. And what I noticed is that I did go outside of that. And I can imagine like somebody coming to my channel and be like, okay, so what is it that I'm here for? What is it that she does? All right? Because I see a whole bunch of stuff on here. And that's the thing that you don't want to do. So those are like things that I learned. Trial and tribulation. You got to test things out, see what work, what don't work. YouTube analytics is your best friend. It's going to tell you every single thing. What they're watching, what they're not watching, what they really enjoy, how long they stay, if they liked it enough to subscribe, if they didn't like it at all and didn't subscribe, if they in your streams, how long they staying in your streams. Like, it tells you everything. Don't go and take nobody else's content because YouTube is not having that. Okay? Be original. I don't care how long it takes. Be original. Be authentic. All right? Be authentic. Don't do what everybody else is doing because what works for them may not work for you. It may not work for you. That's like the best advice I can give y'all for real. If you looking to start like YouTube and take it serious, thumbnails, titles, keywords, descriptions, your titles being SEO optimized. What else did I learn? And be active. Don't go post a video and then go ghost. Do not do it. All right? If you got to schedule your content out, schedule it out. If that helps you, so it takes, that stress off of you. Download Opus Clip. They create 25 to 30 clips out of your videos. And you can schedule them to upload it to your YouTube for you with the titles, with the descriptions, with the keywords and hashtags. It's so easy. We have AI. AI can be your assistant. I'm not saying use AI content. I said it could be your assistant. All right? Invest in yourself. Don't be cheap. All right? Yeah, you can utilize the free tools, but you got to understand the free tools only going to go as far You know, it's not going to go that far. You're going to have to go in your pocket. If you're going in your pocket for Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Channel, all that, you can definitely go and invest in yourself. It is not that hard, okay? And you got to take a risk on your goals because ain't nobody else going to do it for you. Do not put your links in your bios. Do not put your links in your bios. Why? Because it hurts your content more than it helps. All right? I like posting long form. I don't want just streams and shorts. I want everything. I want to do everything. So we got the podcast episodes. You got the clips from the podcast episodes. You got motivational and makeup. And then I go live. That ties everything all in together. Why? Because people want to engage with you. People don't just want to see your content and that's it. How do they know that you're real? How do they know that you're real? They don't know. They don't know if you real. Anybody can post a long form video and say it's theirs. People do it every day, B. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really get on tunnel vision. You gotta really just tune everything out. Focus on what you want to focus on when it comes to your goals. And that's it. With YouTube, there's nothing that can happen to me that is going to stop me from reaching 1 million subscribers. There's nothing that's going to stop me unless it's Jesus Christ himself. Unless I transition. That's the only way. Other than that, I'm going to hit 1 million subscribers. Word. I'm going to hit 1 million subscribers. I'm so driven, and I do go through times when I'm discouraged, and I do go through times where I'm just like, and I do go through times where I was like, I need to take a break. I'm gonna walk away from YouTube for a few days and come back. I do go through that. I'm human. Everybody got that when they go through those changes, especially when you're starting out. You're looking for it to kind of just blow overnight. That is not going to happen. Okay, it is just not going to happen. And stop focusing on going viral. If you take that out of the equation of I went viral and that's cool and all, but that could end tomorrow. That could end the same day. You can go post again and that ain't gonna happen again. You know what I'm saying? Or you're gonna have to keep up with the Joneses when it comes to the content and just keep pushing and pushing and pushing until you burn out and you don't want to do it no more. So I highly recommend do not do that, okay? If you're starting YouTube, this is my advice. Have 5 videos. 5 videos that's anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes already set to post once or twice a week, okay? Already have your short scheduled to post that matches the clips from those videos. Have a nice bio. Nobody want all that clutter in the bio. I had like 4 paragraphs in my bio. You think they reading that? They're not reading that. They're not reading that. Okay? You don't need all them bright, fancy colors and all. You don't need none of that. You just need a professional page. Okay? When somebody come to your page, they know exactly what they're here for. They know what type of content they're looking for. And if it's not that, they're going to keep it moving. That's it. Be your authentic self. You ain't got to copy what nobody else is doing. Be you. There's only one you. And keep that in mind. All right. Another thing, download Opus Clip, download Canva, download CapCut. I don't know how long we got with CapCut because y'all know they're getting rid of TikTok. So use it to your advantage. I just started really learning how to edit with CapCut. And I love it. And I know they're about to snatch it from me. I already know. And I'm going to go right back to the next editing. Okay. iMovie was my friend. All right. Before CapCut. And just stay focused. Stay in your little bubble. Stay focused. Write down your goals, like what kind of goals you want to start seeing, and work towards them. Once those 5 videos post, go and check your analytics. YouTube honors consistency. They like to see that you're live all the time. They like to see that you're posting long form. They like to see that you're posting short. All right? That's what pushes you back out into the algorithm or pushes you out to the algorithm. Those are the things. If they see that you are a person who posts and ghosts, they is not. They not about to play with you. They not about to play with you. Live streams, you got to keep it entertaining. If it's dragging, if it's boring, people ain't staying. They're not staying. Okay? And that's just what it is. That's just what it is for real. All right, we're going with the light orange. You're supposed to get better from each video you post. Each video you post, you're supposed to get better. If you're not getting better, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Okay? Facts. Facts. That's the whole thing. Like telling you what you want to do to people, like I know you trust them and all that stuff, but people do not be having like good intentions. They don't. If I can count how many people didn't think I would be where I'm at right now on YouTube, child, please. But I didn't focus on that. My focus was to show myself that I can do better each time I post a video. I can definitely be monetized. I can definitely get these 4,000 watch hours. You know what I'm saying? And I showed it time and time again. And now I'm monetized and I turned it off. I'll revisit it later. All right. I'll revisit it later. But you got to be careful who you tell your ideas and stuff to. For one, it can ruin your blessings. It can ruin your blessings. For two, everybody don't wish you well. All right, they don't wish you well. So just be careful with that for real. I know you're excited about starting YouTube. You want to send a link to everybody. I get it. I definitely get it. But it hurts your content more than it helps it. And the reason why is because people will click on your link and watch a video and watch a minute of it. If they watch a minute of it, I need the dark orange. Where the Juvia's Place palette at? And then that hurts you more than somebody actually, you know, really watching it, watching the whole thing through, leaving a comment and all that good fun stuff. So just take it from me. Take it from me, love. Uh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. What in the world? That's a fact. I never went to the military. I was like, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. This is not it. Prematurely. Facts. I don't care how close you is to somebody. I don't care if your vision is right there, like you want to tell them it's right there, you trust them. I don't care. Do not. Do not. I feel like it just hinders it, like, because they really don't. There's a lot of people that really don't want to see you win. But what I had to realize too is that you got to put your focus on. You got to put your focus and attention on those who do support you, those who do come see you, those who do spend time with you, those who do be up under your long form. That's where you got to put your attention to. If you focusing your attention on, man, y'all don't even be supporting. Y'all just be watching my stuff and don't be. If you keep supporting your, putting your attention towards that instead of your supporters, is what I meant to say. Um, you're gonna be putting too much energy in that, and it's gonna put you in this negative mindset. I'm telling you, I've been there and done that already. It's gonna put you in this negative mindset, and that's all you're gonna find yourself talking about. Like, who cares if you live stream and nobody's in there right now? Do it anyway. Do it anyway. All right? Because while you're being live right now, YouTube is seeing what you about to do. Is you going to do this again tomorrow? Is you going to do this again the day after that? Is you going to do this every day for a month? Is you going to fall off? Is this the last stream? Stop focusing on negativity. Stop focusing on who don't support you. Stop focusing and discouraging yourself. Well, self-sabotaging yourself, okay? Talking yourself out of doing things when you're really capable of doing it, and you putting too much time and energy into the wrong thing. All right? Because I used to do that. I used to do that all the time. People watch the content, they don't even be liking it. They just be watching. You got to understand, it may be somebody in there that's inspired. It may be somebody in there that's just trying to see what the vibes is. You know, you go on some streams and people are nasty. They treat you crazy. You never know who watching, who taking notes and inspired by you, who listening. You don't know. So if you focusing on people always watching, but they ain't supporting, you don't even know. You could be losing out on somebody that could really be supporting you for real. I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. And it's always gonna be doubt first. It's always gonna be people that's like, man, they ain't serious. And the reason why is because they think you playing. They think you playing. Or they know your potential. They know your potential. Sometimes people see potential in you and you don't see it in yourself yet. All right? They're not going to tell you. And they're hoping that that don't work out. All right? So it's not about you proving to others. It's about you proving to yourself. And the sooner you understand that, the sooner you'll apply it. Content is about mindset. You can be consistent, but if you're in a negative mindset, you're going to get annoyed. Like, you're going to be so annoyed. You're not going to want to do nothing. Me, I took on more. I took on more than what did they say? I bit off more than I can chew. All right? I bit off more than I can chew. Interviewing 70 women back to back, 2, 3, 4 times a day, every day of the week. I bit off more than I can chew. All right? Then I didn't have my stuff in order as far as like, all right, people who are interested, this is what they should do. This is what they should do. Somebody actually asked me that. What do I have like set up and all that? And I didn't know what they were talking about. I quickly found out though. You know what I'm saying? So once I started doing that, and I would get annoyed like when people would literally say they want to be on the show. Some of it was for clout. Some of them was trying to see what type of recognition they'll get. Some people would cancel last minute or say they got this, that, and a third to do and thought they can come back and reschedule. I had people who rescheduled every time it was their time to do every time. And I didn't create no boundaries, so I would let it slide. You can't do that now. That don't work now. Okay? So, those are the things that I had to learn. I had to learn that for sure. Let's see. I want to do like, yeah. It's just things that you have to learn with YouTube. YouTube ain't playing with nobody. You can post and ghost if you want. You can go live one time and then don't go live again for 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So it's all up to you and what you really want to do for real. Yeah. Now it's like if you try to book with me, you can book, but the moment you cancel, that's it. That's it. But like I said, it was a lot that I had to learn. I had no idea. Some people reception was bad. Some people their kids were around. Some people their significant others was around. Some like it was just a bunch of stuff. And by the time October came, I was like, uh-uh. I just literally stopped doing everything. I didn't even get to do 31 Days of Halloween. I didn't get to do Vlogmas. I didn't get to do any of that. Mm-mm. Because I backed up from it after that. I need a blending, like a, let me see. There we go, something like this. But I do appreciate y'all who came by. And shout out to Angela with the positive compliments. I see you. Shout out to Stasia too. This is who I'm interviewing right here. I clicked with a lot of people from the podcast. I don't like this brush. I don't know why. I don't know why I don't like that one. Okay. What in the world? Uh-huh. I was definitely editing all them episodes. Then I went and hired somebody and I seen how much it really is to edit. Cause my episodes were longer than an hour. Child, please. Editing is like a job in itself. And you talking to somebody that didn't know how to edit. Didn't know nothing about B-roll. None of that. None of that. Yeah, I pray against that for real. That's a fact. It's a fact. Trauma dumping. That's real. People will come and have put all types of stuff on your shoulders. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. In my interviews, I can definitely tell like the growth and when I was just like winging it versus actually asking valid questions due to their situations and stuff. Like, child, what I noticed that I've done in my interviews is that we can be talking about something. We could be talking about something and something else come to my mind and it shifts off to the focus is on me and now I'm talking about like this is not about you, Sway. Okay? This you're interviewing somebody who's sharing a testimony of something that happened to them and how they overcame it or if they're still dealing with it and how they learning how to cope if they're still dealing with it. This is not about you. And when I go back and watch my interviews, it's so cringy. Like especially in the beginning. Because why am I talking about myself? But in this interview, she asked me questions. She was the first person to like start asking me questions, and she wanted to know a little bit more about me on a content creator side, a podcast host, personal. Whereas like how I deal with people who are envious, who are jealous, who uh, try to like stay in the loop of what I got going on, but don't support. And that was cool. I thought that was dope. It's when I took the interview and just went all the way with it. And then I found like, child, this ain't now this interview then became another hour. You know? She was all right with it. I was annoyed after I watched it and edited it and everything. Cause I'm like, how did I let that like position itself like to me now I'm answering everything. What I should have did is answer directly what she said and then shift back to what she was saying to stay on track. Man, I might have ADHD for real. Cause my attention span be like, I notice I do that a lot. You don't even need to do all that in the podcast. That's the thing. Like, I mean, I'm happy I know now. But man, them long outros and intros. Oh man. I didn't even have no overlays on my videos at that time. I didn't even know what an overlay was. For those who don't know, it's pretty much, when you watch a YouTube video and it reminds you to like and subscribe. I didn't even know nothing about that. I didn't even know nothing about that. But shout out to my good friend Mir and shout out to my sister in Christ, Juju, because when I first started dissecting my content like that and seeing like how I wanted to elevate, they were the ones that told me. I didn't know what a Canva was, child. A Canva, a CapCut. I knew about iMovie. I just didn't know how to edit on there. So I was frustrated with that. I didn't know nothing about thumbnails and how important a thumbnail was. Like, don't you know your content determines everything? Like, if somebody want to watch it based off a thumbnail, and don't let them click on it and the thumbnail not adding up. to your content. Oh my gosh. Fix it. Fix it. This is crazy. I'm gonna do a video when I go back and look at all my old thumbnails before I change them. I'm gonna change all of them, but I'm gonna look at them and do a review. What I know now. What I know now. I have evolved so much as a content creator. And it's still things that I'm learning too. Like it's still things that I'm learning. And I feel like you should always be learning something. There's no way you know everything. Yeah, let's do this one. My favorite interviews ever. Let's see if I have to do a top 5 of my favorite interviews. Like where the vibe was just like the vibe was just like authentic. Number 5, I would say one of my first interviews I did with a good friend of mine. Her name is Eva. And I met her from the platform I used to stream on. And the reason why I don't mention that platform is because they ain't paying me. Right? If they was paying me, and I wouldn't be promoting them in a good way anyway, because it's just negative vibes. But anyways, with Eva, and the reason why that is top 5 is because she did not hesitate when I asked her. It was just like, yes, let's go. What do you mean? Let's do it. And her story was her story. She had um kidney failure. She had kidney failure, and her testimony is about all the things that she went through, what she had to battle with, coming very close to losing her life, waiting for a donor, her faith, how she stayed positive, although her kids were sad and she didn't let them see that, how she had to separate from her kids because she was in a hospital so much and she didn't have the energy to really, be a mom. And I thought her story was super, super inspiring because people complain about stuff every day. They complain about all types of things. And it's people that's going through things that's way worse. Like, way worse. So when I hear stories like this, it's like, who am I to complain about anything? Who am I? Who am I to complain about anything? She waiting to see where they put her on the list so she can get kidneys. And I complain about what? I don't want to put out content today. I don't want to do this today. I don't want to. Child. That was one of the interviews that really had me emotional. It was a lot of them that did, but that one right there, especially how she felt that her kids had to go with her family because she was going to be in the hospital for a while. That was the beginning of what was meant for me to be doing on Voices of Her. All right, it is now Voices of Her. It's not the name I used to have. And I didn't even realize it. I didn't realize it. So that's number 5. Number 4. My favorite interview. Let's see. It would have to be my interview with my sister in Christ, Anesu, because all right, I'm gonna share this with y'all because I can share this with y'all now. Before I met Anesu, my life was in turmoil. Before I met her, I kid you not, I was drowning. I was drowning and nobody knew I was drowning. I didn't tell nobody. I wasn't praying like that. I was very lukewarm. Definitely had my foot still in the world and half in the Bible. Wasn't reading my Bible either during that time. So let me not even say that. Okay. My life was in turmoil. Before the whole podcast, everything took place. I met Anesu and did an interview with her in August. And she was one of those people. I don't know if you ever came across somebody like this where you just feel spiritually connected. Like it's just like there everything just runs smooth with y'all. There's no weirdness, no bad vibes. And never mind you, I was communicating and talking to all the women that's on my platform through Instagram messaging. Threads and Instagram messaging. Okay? And I was sending voice messages so they can get comfortable with my voice and everything in here, or whatever. Some of them I did little face-to-face video calls so they can get, comfortable, acquainted, kind of know the background of my content, yada yada. So Anesu reached out to me and she said her mother was murdered. Um she get visions all the time. God talks to her all the time. Okay. And he wanted her to put out a book. He wanted her to um forgive the person who murdered her mother. And although it was hard, she found out the reason why, how everything played out like it did, was because she was supposed to align with her mom's murder to bring her to Christ. And when she reached out to me and told me that in a DM, I was shook, right? Now, let me tell you about alignment, all right? When things are supposed to go the way that they're going, so there's no interruptions, there's nobody can come in and mess it up. It's going to go according to plan. When I met Anesu, my life was in turmoil. I still was a good mom, but it was a lot of things that I was still working on, okay? I wasn't completely happy with myself. I wasn't happy with the decisions I was making. I was trying to juggle all the interviews when it really was breaking me down. There was no help. I was doing everything by myself, right? Was not in a space financially to pay for people to do everything for me. Y'all got it. Go take care of everything. I don't do nothing. No, you got it. I was doing everything from planning the interviews, talking to them, setting up things so they can schedule, having them do reviews, editing, figuring out what sounds I could put on my intro and outros, overlays. You name it, that's what I was doing. Okay? And it all caught up to me in October. Okay? It all caught up to me. Depression really set in with me. And I didn't know what direction I was going. And I'm not going to lie. I did not know. So when the burnout and all that happened, I just shut down. No more YouTube. I'm not posting. Like, I'm not doing nothing. Okay? When I met Anesu and we had a conversation before the interview and after the interview, I actually asked her in the middle of the interview some stuff, right? For clarity. And I'm not going to share that with y'all because that part hasn't been fulfilled yet. All right. But some of it has. So me thinking now, more than a year later, we have an episode. She finally put out the book as she was supposed to. Okay. Um, she definitely forgave the person who murdered her mother. She's doing amazing, right? If I did not meet her, I would still have my foot tapped into the world. I would still be worldly if I hadn't met her. If I didn't meet her, I'm part of, we have a Bible study group, and all women, it's lit. And we talk about God and Jesus. We go over the scriptures, pray, all that, right? The fasting. If I didn't meet her, I would still be in turmoil, for sure. I'll still be depressed. I'll still be indecisive, confused, not knowing what my purpose is. I would still be doing the same stuff I was doing. Now, I had stopped drinking and smoking. That got cut real fast. All right. I stopped that expeditiously because it wasn't something that I couldn't stop. All right. Some people, everybody got their things. Me, mine was in other areas. It wasn't alcohol or marijuana. Mine was in other areas. Okay. But if I didn't meet her, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I mean, like spiritually. I mean, like on this YouTube, pushing content no matter what. Encouraging others, encouraging myself before I encourage y'all, motivating myself before I motivate y'all. And this is why I truly believe that things happen in divine timing, and nobody can mess that up. Nobody can come in between that. All right. Shout out to Anesu. I can't wait to get her book and read it and do a review. I'll probably do it right here on the platform. It's only right. But I'm super, super proud of her. For sure. Forgiveness is not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. But you have to. It's necessary. It's definitely necessary. And I know that book is really, really good. I know it is. I know it is. Okay? There's some really good reviews on it. So I'm proud of my sister for sure. I had turned away from the church because I went to church so many times. Well, not taking it serious when I'm younger, playing around in there, okay, and laughing and all that stuff. But as I got older, I went to a church, and when I went there, they were super like protective, well, not even protective, controlling. And I didn't see it until I was already part of it. So I had to leave that church. And then after that, it was just kind of like, I ain't going to church. But please, God will leave the 99 and come for the one. Amen. So I'm super, super grateful. Super grateful. That's number 4. And go check these interviews out. Number 3, I would have to say Magda. Magda, because I interviewed Magda twice. She was on my season 1 and my season 2. That is my dog, okay? I love Magda. And the reason why is because she's a straight shooter. You got some people that ain't going to be straight up with you. They not your friends. If people can't be straight up with you because they are afraid of like your responses and all, they are not your friends. I do not care. If it's something that I don't agree with and I think that you're wrong, I'm going to correct you. And if you don't like it, oh well. But it's not going to change how I am. I wasn't always that way though. I used to be the yes, 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 yes to everything person until I realized that it was definitely hurting me inside after the fact. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't hurt to say no. No, I'm not doing it. No, not calling you. No, not going out today. No, not sending you no money. No, whatever it is that you're saying no to, stand on that. And stop giving people explanations for stuff. No, I can't do it because I gotta. No, no is no. That's it. Okay. So Magda was the person that was super direct with me, like, and then I call it tough love. I call it tough love. All right, because she not gonna play with you, and she seen potential in me before. My mom did first, of course, but she the one from social media who seen potential in me before anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And told me straight directly to my face. All right, because I used to be so humble about stuff. Like, I don't want to say that I hit 9,000 subscribers because I worked hard for that, and I just don't want people to think like I'm gloating about it or I'm like rubbing. She was the one that said, humble for what? Be humble about what? You work hard. You be grinding. I see you. You are putting out content left and right. You don't give up. I'm inspired. Humble. Be humble for what? Why be humble? If other people feel like you gloating and stuff, that's because they insecure about their own self. That has nothing to do with you. And that's why I be like how I am now, for real. That's why I be saying I hit da 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 da. I don't tell you what my future plans and stuff are. I would never share that. I don't share it with nobody but Jesus, okay? Because at the end of the day, Jesus' plans is way bigger than mine, okay? But yeah. So our interviews, I connected. The first one, she was telling me about how her mother uh was abusive, the things that her mom did to her, and how she treated her, and how she talked to her is crazy, but it happens every single day. So I wanted to put a light on that. I wanted to show people, one, if you're dealing with that or have dealt with it, no matter if you're a woman or a guy, it don't matter, that you're not the only one. Two, how she overcame that, how she found herself, how she separated and didn't let that write her story, right? It just changed her mindset about a lot of things. She got her own things going on. She on YouTube. You guys got to go check her out. She's super dope, okay? And when I brought her back for the second time, she was just giving me a recap of how much she'd grown, why she stepped away from YouTube for a while, why she stopped putting out podcast episodes, how I inspired her. We kind of go into that, and she shares that with me, and it motivated her to keep pushing with her content and the things that she's doing in life. So I would say that's my number 3. So number 5 is Eva, number 4 is Nesu, and number 3 is Magda. Number 2. My number 2. My number 2 favorite one. I have so many these episodes that had me emotional. That had me so emotional, y'all. I would have to say Stasia. Me and Stasia clicked immediately. And she wanted to share her story. She had a health condition. She didn't know what was happening, but she felt changes in her body. She got sick. Doctors was telling her she was crazy and it's not that serious and sending her home. And she was bleeding and, she was dealing with EDS. And how she still cope and deal with it to this day, right? She was the first person, like I said, the first person to ask me questions about myself. She wanted to know in the middle of her interview about how I got to where I am now. And at that time, I don't even think I hit 1,000 subscribers yet. I don't think I did at that time. But she was just inspired. She was inspired. She wanted to know a little bit about me. So I definitely answered her questions, but the thing I didn't like is that it ended up being geared towards me. And I ain't want the interview just to be towards me. This is about you, but I respected what she asked and I answered. It was a really good interview. You guys gotta go check that one out too. And number one, dang, all the episodes, I gotta pick a number one. That's hard. Dang, that's hard. If I had to pick a number one, I would say I'm really thinking, y'all. I did over 40 something episodes. Number one. Dang. I'm gonna have to say Latoya. I'm gonna have to say Latoya. Latoya had cancer. She had breast cancer, and her faith was so like magnetic. It was like she she didn't care what the doctors were saying to her. She whatever she was dealing with and battling with, she didn't let her. She didn't let that stop her. She didn't let that stop her at all, and she would bake treats and stuff. She had her own business where she did like cakes, um, cookies, cupcakes. Like she had her own little bakery, which was actually not little. Nothing was little about it. She was big deal on Facebook and stuff like that. She was super family oriented. Um, she was one of the kindest people like that I met, and we talked. She actually was referred from somebody I had interviewed. They suggested that I hit her up so she can share her story. So I followed her on Instagram. So every day she would post, um, every day she would post like the videos to inspire others and motivate others and show how no matter what, um, she is faithful no matter what. And I felt like during the interview, I didn't want to ask her a bunch of questions because she already expressed to me that she was tired. You do know chemo makes you super tired, it drains you. Cancer makes you tired. Okay. So I didn't want to have like a very extensive interview with her. I wanted her to share her story, her testimony, talk about her faith, um, and anything else that she wanted to share on the platform. And she was so kind, man. She was so kind. So months went by after I talked to her, and I still will check and see her pages, whatever. She was still posting, and then I wasn't looking on my podcast channel no more, like the page for Instagram. I wasn't checking it as much, but I kept saying for season two, I want her back, to tell to talk about, our past interview, where she is now, how's life going for her, yada yada. And I could not find her. And then I found her channel and it was no videos active. Like she didn't post. Never mind you, she posted all the time, whether it was in her stories or on her page. And I was like, nah. So I started trying to look into like people who follow her to see if they said something or anything like that. And nobody. I didn't see anything. So I went to my Facebook to her bakery page that she had. Um, Nothing. I seen nothing. And I was like, okay, this is her name. I'm gonna look her up because I gotta know that she's okay. Like she's doing okay. And I put her name up there. And when I put her name up there, this picture that she had, that I seen on her main page, popped up. So I was like, okay, I know this picture, whatever. This must be her. But no, it was a picture that someone who was really, really close to her posted because she passed away in December. Yeah, that that had me that had me very emotional. because I felt it. I felt it. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to Latoya. Rest in peace to her. That was hurtful for me. But I pray she's no longer in pain and no longer suffering. All right. And it's things like that. That's why I had to make that number one, because for one, tomorrow ain't promised. The end of the day not promised. For two, you don't know who you can have an impact on. I would have never known Latoya if I wasn't introduced to her by someone who was on my platform that I interviewed. So rest in peace to her, and my condolences to her family for sure. But all my interviews had like um, different feels, not in a bad way, but where I connected with them on different levels. All right. So that's why I push for you guys to go and watch it. Okay. Go watch it and check it out and see, because you never know. It could be something that I'm gonna say where I start at. It could be something that you battling with and you need confirmation or to be uplifted. Or, you may have felt alone and you don't feel alone no more after watching it. And it's crazy because I used to do motivational speaking and stuff all the time on other platforms. But for one, I wasn't practicing what I was preaching. I wasn't applying it to my own life, but I was always trying to uh, pour into others without pouring into myself first. That does not work. Do not do that. Highly do not recommend. Okay. So those were the things like I felt like it was probably destined for me to do. Always encouraging other people, but the downfall about it is that I wasn't encouraging myself, or there was no one to reciprocate it back to me. So what happens when you continue to give, and you're not reciprocating that? You fill it from an empty cup. You know what I'm saying? You only gonna get back what you dish out if you surround yourself around those who respect and understand, you know, and wanting to reciprocate. So those are definitely some things. The interviews and stuff, it came natural to me. I was nervous behind the scenes. I ain't gonna lie. Because I tried to do it on Instagram at first, and I was like, oh, nah, I don't want all these people. Now it's nothing. It's nothing. Now I can go live and talk to a room full of people. It's nothing. Now I'm practicing what I preach. So now when I'm motivating and uplifting y'all, I'm doing the same for me. Met so many dope people on YouTube, on Threads, that I grew super close to. I'm trying to see. So YouTube can definitely change your life for real. If you are applying, things that people want to learn and being your authentic self. All the fake stuff, they pick up on that immediately. But I ain't gonna lie, some people like fake stuff, I guess. I don't know. Some people some people really enjoy that. I'm not gonna do that because that's just not who I am for real. That's why YouTube takes so long trying to figure out who your target audience is. That's crazy. I just said that and then it said it in the interview. My guest said that in the interview. What in the world? Oh, you never know. That's the thing. You don't even be knowing. You don't know who you inspiring. You don't know who watching you, and they looking for you to go live or to post. You don't know. And that's another reason why you got to keep going, especially when you feel discouraged. I had to take my own advice because it has been people who reached out and said, I motivated them and inspired them. And I don't gatekeep. That's the thing. Gatekeep for what? What am I gatekeeping? I'm not gatekeeping anything. And people, I feel like people gatekeep one of the two reasons. They did really extensive research and it kept them up maybe all night, every night, whatever. They was researching and had to find it. They had to do trial and error and had to learn it. Or they think you're gonna do better than them. It's one of the three. It's one of the three. All right. Me, I'm not competing with nobody but myself. That's one. Two, you can do better than me. What that got to do with me? Cause people still gonna come and see my content no matter what. It ain't stopping nothing. And three, what does it hurt me to get to help you? It don't hurt. It don't hurt to help somebody. It don't hurt. Okay. I used to be like, dang, you charging for this? Without saying, okay, maybe, it took a lot for you to figure this out for your channel or your content, and you just don't want to waste your time and energy giving it to somebody else and they don't apply it. People don't like talking for their health. So I understand that now. When I first started, I didn't understand that. So we're gonna end this and start with a part two. And a part two gonna take me till 2 o'clock. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Make sure you guys go and watch the interviews, all of them. Go check them out. I got them in the playlist, especially with season 1, because that's when I was a baby. Like, that's when I was really like crawling before I actually walked. Season 2 is like, okay, you have grown. We see it. Okay, no reception issues and audio problems, although you cannot control that. At any given time, reception can be trash. At any given time. Okay? So go check those things out. We about to meet back here in 15 minutes. Because as you can see, my lips is dry. I'm dehydrated. Okay? But I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the Orange Heart Gang. If you subscribed, shout out to y'all. If you just popped in to see what the vibes are, shout out to y'all. And if you part of Recap Gang, I see you. All right? But this is the new schedule, y'all. I will be posting it today. This is the final schedule. Okay? There is no more evening streams. I'm going back to my days. All right? So I can spend time with my family in the evening, do my mommy thing, and my walking thing, and all that other stuff. So I'll see y'all. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Bye.